Shalom, today is day 9 of picking up the cross and walking with Jesus for 40 days and 40 nights. My name is Maya, and I will be guiding you through your wilderness season to your restoration season through Christ. I want to mention that I created an app for this, so it's going to be so much more smoother on your journey with Christ. I will put the name of the app somewhere here, and it's Jesus40daywalk.lovable.app. You're able to go on your own pace with this challenge. As long as you create an account, everything's going to be saved under the website. So these are going to be the check boxes that you have to complete every day, and it's pretty much your itinerary to walking with Jesus. So today we're going to be talking about breaking soul ties. Today's fast is going to be just like yesterday, just as tomorrow, and the rest of the week. We're going to be fasting from bitterness, offense, and negative speech towards other people and ourselves. Scripture of the day is going to be 1 Corinthians 6:19 through 20, and it says, "You are not your own, you were bought at a price, therefore honor God with your bodies." Now, if you read verse 18, it says, "Flee from sexual immorality. All other sins a person commits are outside the body, but whoever sins sexually sins against their own body." A few weeks ago, I was watching a live from Kitty Rose, and I'm going to be attaching it to this video towards the end. She explains soul ties so well, so I had to share it. But before we watch that, today's challenge is going to be praying over our body, mind, and heart. Journal prompt of the day is going to be, "Jesus, cleanse my body, heart, and mind from..." And there are no new assignments today, so we're just catching up with our past assignments. Going through our wardrobe, cleaning out our pictures or screenshots, making sure we go through our junk drawer, getting rid of anything that is holding old identities so we can shed the past version of ourselves and start walking with Christ within this new year.
Can you only have a soul tie through sex? The short answer is no. Okay, sexual soul ties is the most strongest because when you do have sex with some, you are becoming one's flesh. So it is the strongest, but it is not the only way to have a soul tie. Okay, so because a soul tie is any type of emotional, spiritual, or covenantal bond.
It's so much as you watching porn often that you can enter into a soul tie through porn because of the spirits that move in porn as well. Connecting on trauma, like a shared experience of trauma, and keeping a relationship flowing because of a shared experience. Like, I have trauma from my mom and you got trauma from your mom, and we stay bonded because of the trauma. All of those things can factor in. Soul ties come from a number of things. I'm gonna tell y'all how important it is to make sure that you listen to God and you stay at the foot of God. There are certain people who are assigned to you. When you enter into a covenant with something or someone outside of God, the people that are assigned to you, sometimes it's not that they will lose the assignment forever, but sometimes God will put a hold on the assignment. I feel them, and I'm used to being there, but you have not called me to help them like you've been calling me to help them. And God told me why. It was something that they ended up engaging in. And there was a piece of their soul that they attached to something else. And I no longer could be assigned to that specific time. Like, my assignment, I almost felt like my season for that part in their life was done. This is why it's so important for us to recognize that it's so many small things that cause us to enter into an agreement with something that God doesn't want us to be in an agreement with. There are things that I see in the spirit that even I can't see now because God removes me from that assignment. Because that person now belongs to somebody else. And now it's that person's assignment. When you enter into certain covenants, or when you go back to something in your past that God freed you from, that God delivered you from, it's a heavy weight. That's why I say in the spirit is something heavier. Because also it's the people that God assigned to you that a lot of times you need. And when God rolled over and said, "All right, you want this person to have ownership, legal rights to you? Okay." And he lifts up that veil. And it's now for you to come back. That's a tough trial. That's a battle. So I want y'all to understand the importance of that. Be mindful of what it is that y'all do. I know we get tempted. I know that, but always cover yourself and plead the blood over your life.
That is all for day 9. Just a reminder to complete your nightly reflection, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Shalom.